day everyone, I hope all is well and good. In today's video I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make a scissor caddy from a tissue box. The last tissue box video I did was for a marker caddy and I used the long standard size tissue boxes, but for this I'm going to be using the tall tissue boxes. So, like with the first video, you want to cut through to the corners of the top. And then bend them to the outside of the box. And remove the plastic. And now on these boxes I noticed that the top of them are not fully sealed. So if you come across that, all you need to do is go ahead and throw some white glue down there. Because when you bend these over, these are going to help as well to hold them down. And then what I do is just lay it down. The glue may come out from underneath, but that's fine. You just wipe that away with your hands. Okay, so you're going to want to glue the tabs first that are on the side of the one you just glued if you need to. And I'm going to just turn it over, and then I'm going to use the end of this to make sure it's down flat. And like I said, sometimes you get the glue. It's really not a big deal. And you want to grab yourself some, and before you start actually, you want to grab yourself some paper clips, and this way you can put the pressure down on the flap to hold it down. And then you want to do that all the way around. While you're waiting for the box to dry, you can go ahead and move on to the next step. And for this, you're going to need some toilet paper rolls. So what you want to do is fold the toilet paper roll down. And then fold it down again. And then you have yourself like that little box. I'm going to make 3 of these for right now just to show you how to do them. I found it's easier to use the clothespins for this. If you have like clamps like this, it'll be fine too. Even if all you have is the paper clips, that'll work too. So what you want to do is take the 3, line them up, make sure they're pretty rectangular. Okay. You just want to take your glue, take the one and attach it. Then take the clothespin. You want to put it to the very edge because you want this to try to box out. And then on the edge again here. Even them out a little bit. Do again on the bottom. And put the clothespins as far down as you can. Go ahead and put the 3rd one on. If you want to cover these with paper, feel free to cover them with paper. If you want to paint them, that works fine too. Considering they're not going to be really seen once the scissors are put in it, I'm not too worried about that for now. There we go. Haha. Don't you love when things don't cooperate? Okay, so to pick that one up a bit so it's more even. You want to make sure they're even, and while the glue's wet, you have time to move them around. That's one of the reasons I do like using the plain white glue. It keeps wet long enough for you to have that leeway to play around. I need one more. I said you want to try and get them as down as possible because you want them to really adhere to each other. And then you let those dry. And I have a box over here that I already have some dried. I went and put the paper clips on them because I actually needed the clothespins that I had. So you want to go ahead and take all the paper clips off. Now that you have the dividers set up, you're going to want to attach them to the tissue box itself. I'm going to start with the middle one, and then I'll just continue to add the rest. So I'm going to do the same thing, and you want to put the glue. Now there's a slight issue with the bottom, so you want to make sure they hold on. What I'm going to do is use the clothespins for that. And I'm going to also hold down the sides. I'm going to put a little more than that. Hold down the sides and the bottom. I'm going to push them down using a chopstick I have here on my desk. Put those in. Just inside. It's a little short, but I don't think it's really too much of a worry because it'll pull together once you put the clothespins in. So you want to do like you did when you put these together. Put the clothespins out as deep as you want. I mean, if you want, you could cut it down, but I'm just going to leave it like this for now. See how that works out. Clothespin. Take the chopstick. Oop, and not break it. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little weight on here. I'll put the glue bottle on here, so it'll have a little weight while it's drying. I guess you could use double-sided tape also. I didn't think of that, but probably could use that as well. But we'll go ahead and continue with this. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to finish making up some more of these, and then I'm going to put the rest of it together. Everything is dried, so I'm going to finish putting them together. And I had the other tissue box, so I went ahead and made another caddy. And I'm probably going to use those for my paintbrushes. So I'm making sure I get all the paper clips off. And what I'm going to do with these ones, instead of gluing them in, I'm just going to place them in. Not working, but it should work. There we go. And on the second one, I'm just going to place each individual one in. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up using this one for my paintbrushes. It's a little easier this way, a little quicker. A lot less waiting on everything to dry. So I think when I make caddies, if I make any more caddies in this style, I won't glue them. So here's one for my scissors. Now I'll have a place to put them on my desk instead of all over. I have to pull them out. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. And I'd love to see if you give this tutorial a try. Or maybe it'll give you ideas for something else. I finished putting my scissors in here. I'm going to put my paintbrushes in here. Thank you for watching. And as always, may the road rise up to meet you.